to my YouTube channel, and today's lesson is about division of a fraction by a whole number. To our first example, which is a half divided by 4. I want us now we do it using practical approach before the other formula. So we have an orange divided into halves. This is one and a half, the other half. So these are half, we divided it into 4 parts. These are 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, how many quarters are this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, out of the all now, we have 1 over 8 quarters. So, our answer is 1 over 8. Now, let's do it now using the mathematical formula approach. That is a half divided by 4. Any whole number, before working it out, you change it to a fraction. That is, you make it the denominator to be 1. So it's going to be a half divided by 4 over 1. Now, this one becomes our second fraction. Therefore, we change it into reciprocal. The denominator becomes the numerator, and our numerator becomes the denominator. So we are swapping, or we are exchanging. So it's a half multiplied by the reciprocal, which is 1 over 4. And 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 4 is 8. And there we have our answer like this one. So meaning that you can either use this practical approach or you can use the formula here. To our second example, let's also use the practical approach, whereby we have 3/5. So we need to identify the fifth. Out of this fifth, we want only 3. And 1, 2, 3. Up to there, we have dividing it into 2. We need to pick, in each fifth, we pick 1. So 1, you can tick them. So this is 3 out of how many fifths are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of 10. And the answer is 3 over 10. Let's do now the other formula, which is 3/5 divided by 2. Any whole number, before working it out, we change to the fraction by dividing it by 1. So it shall be 3/5 divided by 2 over 1. Our next step, we change our second fraction. This is our second fraction. This is the first, this is the second. So we change our second fraction into reciprocal. By doing that, now we are allowed to change our division to multiplication. Therefore, 3/5 multiplied by the reciprocal of 2 over 1, which is 1 over 2. And now, after we reach here, in our previous lessons, we had done multiplication of a fraction by a fraction. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 5 times 2 is 10. We have done it practically and also using our formula, and we are getting still the same answer. Now let's work out our third example using the mathematical approach. That is 5/6 divided by 4. We are saying the first step, we express a whole number in terms of a fraction by giving it denominator 1. So it shall be 5 over 6 divided by 4 over 1. Remember, 4 divided by 1 is still 4. Therefore, there's no problem if you put it at the denominator 1. Our second step is you change the sign of division to multiplication by changing the second fraction, this is our second fraction, into reciprocal. So 5/6 multiplied by the reciprocal of 4/1, which is 1/4. At this point now, we have changed from division to multiplication, and from our previous lesson, we know how to multiply a fraction by a fraction. So 5 times 1 is 5, 6 times 4 is 24. And therefore, we have our answer as 5/24. Remember, 5 and 24, they don't have a common divisor because 5 is an odd number, 24 is an even number. Therefore, we leave our answer as 5/24. Let's proceed to our next example. In this question, remember we have said the whole number, you convert it into a fraction. So it's 2/9 divided by 4/1. The next step, we change our second fraction into reciprocal, and then division becomes multiplication. So 2/9 multiplied by the reciprocal of 4/1, which is 1/4. So 2 times 1, it's 2. 9 times 4, it's 36. As you can see, our answer, we can simplify because they have a common divisor. These are even number, these are another even number. So divide here by 2, you get 1. Divide by 2, you get 18. Therefore, our answer is 1/18. I wish you the best, and kindly remember to subscribe, share. You can as well leave a comment. Also practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. Thanks for watching.